Today on Tikifire Game Reviews, Gamerz Tek 16-bit Entertainment System SNES game console clone. Hello, Tikifire here with another Tikifire game review. And today I'm actually reviewing not a game, but a system. I just recently got this system. It's made by Gamerz Tek. It's a clone SNES, Super Nintendo game console. It's very cool looking. The box is very cool looking. This is a 16-bit console. This box is very reminiscent of the Super Nintendo box, the original one. And I'm going to do a little unboxing here. Then we'll take a look at what's in the box, and then I'll look it up and we'll see what some of the games look like on it. Okay. So here's the box. On the back it shows what you have in the box. Inside the box is a pretty substantial plastic container. We have the system itself. We have an AC adapter. We have two Super Nintendo-like controllers. These actually feel pretty hefty. Some fake controllers aren't that great. Some of them aren't really that hefty. Some of them, it kind of feels like cheap plastic when you mess with them, but those feel pretty heavy, so we'll see how they feel once we open them up. This is an S-video cable, because this thing has an S-video hookup. That's pretty cool. The original Super Nintendo, if I remember correctly, never had that. I owned an original Super Nintendo, and then a few years back I had a Super Nintendo, the second version that came out. It was a little bit smaller, a little more sleek. And eventually I sold that too. And we got the RCA cables. The controllers are kind of stuck together here, but we'll take them out and look at them. These do look like regular old Super Nintendo controllers. Of course, twisty ties always give me a problem. And they put enough twisty ties on this, tied up inside here. Looks like they gave you plenty of cable. Oh yeah, that's got a lot of cable, look at that. And then the controller itself looks just like the old Super Nintendo controllers. A little darker color, but other than that, and it feels pretty good. You can tell it's not the real one. It doesn't have the same heft, but it's pretty close. A lot closer than some of these fake consoles. Some of these fakey little consoles. Let's take a look. This is the power brick, the AC adapter. I don't remember what the power brick on the original Super Nintendo looked like, honestly. It's been a while since I owned one, so it's been a few years. So I collected these at one point. Had an original one and collected them a few years back. I had a bunch of the Super Nintendo games that I had bought. Eventually quit playing them. Lately I've been trying to get back into them a little more, and I found this thing that come out. I wanted to give it a try. That's what I'm going to do. So looking at it, it looks a lot like the original Super Nintendo. A little less weighty, but you know, it's got a flap. The original Super Nintendo had a button here, and you would push it to open this, but I've heard through other gamers on the internet, YouTube, and just on regular gaming sites that wasn't very good for your cartridges. The connectors would get scraped off. Connectors inside here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pause, and when I come back we'll hook this thing up. And we'll take a look at what the games look like on my LCD TV. Hopefully they'll look pretty good with the RCA jack. I hope so. Actually, I'm going to use the S-video. It'll look a little better than the RCA. Hopefully it'll look good. So, I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're going to try this thing out, see how it works. Got Miss Pac-Man here. Cartridge goes in pretty well. Plugs in easily. There's a blue light. That's kind of cool. Put it on video too. So go up far, so good. It looks pretty decent actually. For an 8-bit digitized thing. Let's give her a try. Ah, wow! Sounds pretty decent. A little loud. Let me pause it. Oops. And of course, I changed the channel. Brilliant. I don't use this TV remote very much. Use my stereo remote. I'm just trying to turn the sound down a little. Put it down about 35. That should be good. Let's give it a try with these controllers that came with it. That's pretty responsive. That doesn't look too awful. Granted, it doesn't look as clear as the HDMI did on the Retron 5 that I had. The Retron 5 had its own problems, which is why I got rid of it. I guess you could always go with some sort of HDMI up converter if you really wanted the HDMI. If that was that big of a deal to you. And this thing plays pretty well. Yikes. Ah! They got me. Never was the best at Pac-Man. Alright. Almost got him. Let's see. Gonna come across. Ah! Pac-Man. I hate you, Pac-Man. It's Pac-Man, whatever. As you can see, I'm not the best at this. The screen, it's okay for an LCD TV. I guess I'd really have to try this out on a regular TV, like a CRT, one of those old style ones, just to see how it looks. Let's try some different games. And this is the S-Video connection. And LCD with these old games, even on the HDMI on the Retron 5, it still looked weird. It wasn't perfect, especially when you're used to like HD with Xbox or PlayStation, one of those. It gets kind of strange. Ooh, gotta get the strawberry, strawberry. Oh, yikes! Do you make noises when you play video games? I do. Oh yeah, eating me some ghosts. The hard part on this is always... okay, having a little problem controlling it there. The hard part on these D-pads is always the up and down. Alright, so we're going to turn that off. Let's try a different game. I have a few games here. Let's see. Got Home Alone, Jungle Book. Some of these games I never could get them to work on the Retron 5. Harley's Humongous Adventure. Yeah. Oh, let's try this. I never could get this to work on the Retron. Let's see if it works on here. This is WrestleMania, the arcade game. Works like a charm. Let's try that. After this game, I'll try one of the old Super Nintendo controllers on it. Ooh, the Undertaker. He says he seems fun. Let's do the Intercontinental Championship. This looks pretty good for an 8-bit game. I mean, not too shabby. I think what I might try doing. I think what I might try doing is getting some kind of shielded cable, because there's so much interference from all these computers and TVs and everything we have nowadays. And I'm not sure that's really the best there. And obviously I'm not very good at this. Come on. I'm not very good at this. So let's try a different game. And let's try this one. This didn't work on the Retron 5. This is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And let me try the Super Nintendo controller and make sure it works on here. Regular Super Nintendo. Actually, feeling this Super Nintendo controller, it feels almost the same as the one that came packaged with this. Let's give it a try and make sure it works. Alright, this one didn't work on the Retron 5. Obviously it's working on here. No problem so far. I'm thinking some of these lines and things may just be from the 8-bit, or it could just be I need to get some shielded cables. This is the cable. It's not very thick, as you can see there. Well, so far so good. We're going to play the turbo version. This doesn't look too bad. Not too shabby. Old 8-bit games. I always liked Ryu and Ken. I always liked F Honda or E Honda, and I always liked Blanka because that little chomping move he does is always good. Let's just play with Ryu. See what happens. Yeah, I don't remember any of the key combos on this. Now, sitting close to this, it doesn't look that great, but if I lean back a little bit, it's all right. Man, Ken is kicking my butt. Well, Ken kicked my butt, but the controller works well, so with the original controller, it works good. Now, you don't get, like with the Retron 5, which is basically an emulator, it would save your game states. You don't get that with this. This is just like the old Super Nintendo. If you got a game that'll save, has a battery that's still working in it, or you can replace the battery in it. Boy, this turbo version is tough. I used to play this all the time, but not the turbo version. I had the regular Street Fighter too. Let's try one more game that I got and see if it works. This one, oops, this one is a Japanese Super Famicom game. And that's supposed to work on these too. So let's try it. This is Dragon Quest IV. Not sure how that's supposed to fit in there. Yeah, that's not fitting. Oh, you know what? This is the regular Nintendo. Okay, never mind. This is regular Famicom, not Super Famicom, I believe. And I got Super Punch Out. Let's give that a try. That's always one of my favorite games. Sure, I got it in there. Let's just make sure. Okay. And that one's not working. Yeah, go figure. I'm going to do something to it. It says not to blow on them, but we'll try it anyways. Now this one did work on the Retron. Oh, it's working. Okay. Yeah, this is a great game. Super Punch Out. It's got somebody's save games on here. Wow. Try Debbie. Let's do it. Tikifire. In case you're wondering, I am eventually going to get something where I can just record the games directly. And then we'll display. Oh, come on. What's going on with this? This thing's gone all Fruit Loopy on me. Play. Minor circuit. Okay, here we go. Gabba J. Yeah, see, this looks pretty good. This is a fun game. Always loved Punch Out in all its iterations. Get a nice combo going there. Ah, crap. Got the duck. He'll get up. of that. Ah, crap. I like doing those combos. Let's see. Ah, crud. This is like the original Punch-Out in the arcade. You get to build up this status down here. Eventually, you can do special combos, and I believe you use the left and right buttons for that up on the top here, if I remember correctly. TKO, and here comes my cat. So you can see this Gamerz Tek Super Nintendo clone. This thing works pretty good. Not too bad. I'll tell you what, let's take one look here at the controller. This is the controller it comes with. This is the original Super Nintendo. Here's the cord. And it looks like the Super Nintendo cord's a little thicker. And it is a little bit longer. The Super Nintendo cord is about, whoa, that's a good bit longer. You can see there. So it is longer. But hey, you can use your original Super Nintendo cord on this, and it's not a big deal. So that's kind of cool. So all in all, would I recommend getting one of these? Well, the total cost on it for me, I got it on eBay. The total cost was about $36. For 36 bucks, not too bad. I mean, you can buy an original Super Nintendo for $36 if you shop around and make sure you're not paying too much somewhere. So you could just buy your original Super Nintendo. Although they're on eBay, on the aftermarket there, it varies, like time of the year, what's going on, and I guess with the retro video gaming in general. And so those original ones sometimes get up to 50 bucks, especially if they got games, controllers, all the accessories with them, all the hookups, everything. And sometimes I've seen them go that much for the original ones. And I'm sure as time goes by and they get more scarce. The problem is, though, scarcity, I'm not sure, there's so many of these made back in the day that, millions and millions of these things. So I'm not sure they're ever going to be really that scarce. Maybe in another 20 years, but by that point, will anyone play these things? I don't even know. So would I recommend getting one? Definitely. Definitely. If you can pick one of these up, especially if you can get it for around what I got it for, or maybe even cheaper, definitely pick one up. I mean, it's a quality thing, quality product. It's supposed to play the Super Famicom too. They don't have any games to try on that. Maybe at some point I can get a Super Famicom game. We'll try it out and I'll do a review on it. So this is Tikifire. I hope you enjoyed the review. Hope you enjoyed watching me suck at video games, and I would definitely recommend one of these Gamerz Tek Super Nintendo Entertainment clones. They're a pretty cool thing. So thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. I do lots of reviews on lots of things. I got music videos. Please subscribe. Thanks a lot.